Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Jeremy from Haasl Tools, and I'm your YouTube Snap-on guy. Today we did something a little bit different. Me and Jamie went around and took some trade-ins to donate to the Boy Scouts. One of my customers is a Boy Scout leader and asked if we had any tools, that we could donate or that they could buy for, for pretty cheap. Some used stuff they want for the kids to use and play with and do stuff with. And I seen a video that Snap-on had sent us, and it gave me a great idea. So I went out and I promoted that. I did a deal, trade in some of your used stuff and towards this new tools. I would then take them used tools and donate them. And so we dropped that off. I got a little film of us dropping it off. Very excited to see that. There was quite a bit, the guys were super generous. For instance, on a player set, I made a deal. It was a 3-piece player set, and I told them I'd give them, so many dollars per pair of pliers or per tool that they would trade in, up to 3 tools. And I had one guy that just gave me 3 pair of pliers. He's like, I already have that set, but I'll donate these pliers. I had another guy that brought in a crate of wrenches. We had a whole bunch of miscellaneous sockets and ratchets. It's awesome, working with my customers to see them, do something like that. They went way out of their way. So very, very proud day today to do that. Also, my route, so I'm in central Wisconsin, and they call my route the Dells route. And I don't do a whole lot in the actual Wisconsin Dells as far as going to different shops. There's a ton of different cities that I go to. The Dells just happens to be one, and that's the one that's kind of known around. And we took some footage, just driving through the Dells. Some of you guys from overseas in Ireland, Australia, Europe, or in other parts of the country that have never seen the Wisconsin Dells, it's pretty unique. So we got some great footage driving through there. Some of the water parks. It's known as the water capital of the world. And just some of the downtown shops, there's t-shirt shops and laser tag and zombie, apocalypse places. Just a really unique town. So we got some footage of that. So Thursdays, we are in the Wisconsin Dells. That's when we're out here. And I usually stop here. There's a Culver's back here, right back over there. There's a Taco Bell right behind me. Something for lunch, but I also get to let Tracky run around. Pretty beautiful around here. And they got decent parking, so I can park my truck on the side. Nice place. So this place is pretty unique. It's supposed to be the White House turned upside down. And then on this shot, if you look behind this pink thing, there's swings way, way up in the air. These people are swinging around up there. Unbelievable. With all the talk of the new FDX sockets that are coming out, and I'd love to do a review, you know, show it to you guys, but at this point we don't have any in this area to do that. But we're going to get some for you so that you will see it here. But I just kind of wanted to go back and take a look at our regular sockets here real quick and show you, you know, what might be the difference on them, because the new FDX sockets are not a replacement for our sockets that we have now. They're an addition to our sockets that we have now. So let's take a look. You might have seen something, you know, like how it's made, something to that nature, but let's just take a look at a deep well 3/8 drive 6-point 13 millimeter socket, just a chrome 13 millimeter. So them sockets start out on a huge coil of wire is what it's called, but the wire, this is actually a part of it. This is how thick that wire is, and this is just coiled around and around. Goes through a machine and it gets cut off at a certain length. Each socket would be a different length, could be different size coil, but this is what they use for a 13 millimeter deep chrome socket. So the first thing they do is they take that coil when they chop it into there, and then they go ahead and extrude it. So it starts out at just a little piece like that, and they extrude it with the grain, so that gives additional strength, and it also gives you uniform thickness all the way around. So this would be the second step. So this is where it starts out. This is the second step of that. The next step, after we have our extruded piece, is it goes to machining. So if you look on the bottom here, it's pretty squared off. It's a little bit thick on the end here. So it goes to machining, and then they also stamp it. So it gets machined inside of there. This is all machined on the back, and then they start stamping it. Now, these are not coated, and I've had these for a little while. That's why they're showing a little corrosion on them. But gives you a great idea of how these are coming along. So we're a hair shorter from the machining, and it's just making everything so that it lines up just like it should, because we want the thinnest wall possible, and the only way to do that is to make sure that this is in the exact center of the socket. So after we do the machining and we do the stamping, and it's pretty cool how that works, that stamp actually rolls over and pushes into the steel. Then it goes out for heat treating, and then that's what it looks like there. So we go from the one to the next. So this is heat treated so that we get that excellent strength out of it. Now that it has all been machined down, it's been stamped on there, extruded. We have our 13 millimeter socket right here. So after the heat treating, the sockets then go in for a centerless grind, and that gives us our final diameter all the way around. And then they're also put in with a bunch of stones, and they vibrate it to polish this up to get it ready for our plating and chroming on here. So we had the heat treating, and then our center grind, polishing. And then the last one is where it gets plated, and then inspection on there. And you start at one and end at the other. One of the parts that I really think is cool about these sockets is not only are they made in the USA, but they're actually made in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, right in my state here. So that's pretty neat, and they're stamped right on there, USA. Here's another kind of neat tool that I was just checking out on the truck. It's made by IPA. It's part number 8040. So your Snap-on dealer can find it, or you can find it online, Snap-on at IPA 8040. It is a 3-piece terminal set, and they look like tweezers. There's 3 different sizes, and they are diamond-coated electrical cleaners. Let's pull them out of the package. So here I've grabbed one of them, and they got a little rubber band on them to keep them so they're easily held in the package. But you can see on the outside here where they're diamond tipped, and on the inside as well. So if you're trying to like clean a spade off, you could put that on there, squeeze, and sand it off. Or if you're trying to go in on the other side, you could put it in and polish it with them diamond tips on there. Kind of a neat tool for maybe some trailer brakes or any type of electrical connection that you're trying to clean up. It's the 3-piece IPA 8040 diamond tip cleaner kit. And this is what it looks like all packaged up on the truck. Works like it says here on female and the male spades. And a lot of my electrical guys love these, so I usually stock 1 or 2 of these on the truck at all times. So I'm super excited. We hit a huge milestone. We just hit 2,500 subscribers yesterday. Crazy. I'm just blown away how fast this channel has taken off. It's unbelievable. I appreciate it. Everybody that subscribes, if you haven't hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. We're trying to grow this and grow this more so that we can get some more access to stuff. And if you like the videos, hit the like button. Go ahead and comment. I try to reply, or if I don't reply, at least I read every single one of the comments yet. So if you got a question, hit it down there. And on that note, you guys have a good night.